What about this? Have you seen this?
Interesting.
Interesting? It's an outright attack on the teaching staff.
Oh, Donald, don't exaggerate.
I'm not. It accuses me of censorship by choosing an editor for the school magazine who doesn't represent the majority.
Well, they do have a point.
Yes, and what about that other article, the one that informs students of their rights if they're caught shoplifting? I mean, we can't allow them to print that, surely.
Oh, so you are advocating censorship?
Editorial control is hardly censorship.
Well, if we're not going to allow them to print certain types of articles, what else can we call it?
We cannot let them have open slather to write what they want. I mean, there has to be some control.
Well, as little as possible, I would have thought. It is supposed to be their magazine, after all. Look, this article doesn't seem to be actually advocating shoplifting. It's advice on what to do if they're falsely accused. Does occasionally happen to young people, you know.
Judith, do you not agree that the magazine Edward produced is exactly what we want?
No, I think it's exactly what you want, Donald. Quite honestly, I can't see the average student relating to the magazine that Edward has produced at all.
Oh, so you have seen it then?
Yes, I have. And it's a very high-quality piece of work. Very literate and highly intelligent.
Oh, yes, I agree.
Well, it's also Edward showing off. I mean, look at this. While the 12th and 13th centuries are known for their soaring cathedrals, the 20th will be known for its shopping malls.
Valid and perceptive.
Well, it's also hugely didactic. The average student won't get past the first few lines. It simply won't interest them.
Isn't that the whole point of a school magazine, and to stretch them?
Well, within reasonable limits, yes. But the majority are going to find that far too elitist. Look, I think what's been agreed is the best idea. We let the students decide which magazine they want.
Yes. Well, I have no illusions which one that'll be. Your essay for next week is Stalin's reorganization of the Soviet Union with his successive 5-year plans. I would like you to give details of each of those plans. Oh, please don't sound so interested. You'll only be studying some of the most world-changing events of our time. Yes, all right, go. Yours?
They all took Peter's magazine.
I'm not really surprised, Edward. I mean, it's a sad fact of life these days that those who aim for the lowest common denominator generally have the most success. Who cares about the Balkans when you can get away with shoplifting?
I'm afraid these seem to have been discarded.
Yes, we noticed.
Well, I'd say we have no choice but to accept the Rebel offering as the official student magazine.
So what was up with Friday?
Dunno, he seemed alright at breakfast this morning.
I reckon it's because he didn't like us doing the new magazine.
Yeah, well, he'd be the only one.
Yeah, I reckon it was unreal. On you, Peter.
Well, it wasn't just me, remember? A lot of people contributed. That was the point.
Yeah, I liked your cartoon. Are you going to make that a regular thing?
Maybe.
How you going?
Not that it's anyone's business, but yeah, I've got to go home and pick up my drawings for Mr. Fisher.
Do you want me to walk with you?
No thanks. Peter's coming with me.
Yeah, sure.
You might as well give up, mate.
Sorry, Edward, but you got to admit, you did deserve it.
Edward, you mustn't let what's happened with the magazine get you down. I know it's depressing when other people don't share our love of literature. And even if it puts us outside the mainstream, we just have to learn to be a little more subtle and occasionally to compromise.
I didn't think you'd advocate compromising my standards.
I'm not, Edward. I'm not for a second. But we do have to learn to live with others. That's the sort of compromise I'm referring to. The other students had a right to some say in their magazine.
I suppose I could have been a little more diplomatic in the way I handled things.
Yes. Well, it's a lesson we all have to learn sometime.
It's not easy, you know, being different.
Oh, hi.
I just wanted to let you know I won't be continuing with The Voice. There's no point in having 2 student magazines.
Not really.
I thought you understood me. See you around.
Afternoon, Peter. Miss Ackroyd. I hope you're not going to let this business with the student magazine come between you and Edward on a personal level. I think it already has. Well, that's a shame. I'm sure it isn't what Edward wants. Look, you've had a victory as far as the magazine is concerned, so maybe you could be a little magnanimous.
Why didn't you want to go out for dinner with everyone else?
Just didn't feel like it.
You're still upset about Edward, aren't you?
Maybe I was too cruel to him.
Peter, he had it coming, remember?
Yeah, I know, but I still really like him. I mean, sure, he thinks he knows everything, which he just about does, but that's no reason to break up over.
Then sort something out with him.
He doesn't even want to talk to me.
Of course he does. Well, more than Mitch wants to talk to me anyway.
We've really stuffed things up, haven't we?
Hello. All right if I come in?
Sure.
Don't worry, I won't stay long. I just came to give you these. Just some files and a disc with formatting for Vox Pop.
Thanks.
Excuse me, guys, but I've got to go.
I don't leave because of me.
No, really. They're expecting me at home.
Some of them are potential stories, but you might want to use them. And come to think of it, you did a pretty good job on your own magazine. You probably won't need that disc either.
Well, I'm sure there'll be a lot of stuff we can use.
Yeah, anyway, that's all I came around for.
Edward. Well, there's no reason that you can't come and work with us on Vox Pop.
I don't think so. But in what capacity?
Well, we could use a literary critic.
Come on, don't patronise me.
I'm not. You could review all the set novels. It would help out heaps of people.
Really?
Of course.
And, what about us?
Look, I never meant for any of this to come between us. I still really want to keep seeing you.
Okay, I'll be your literary critic, but, no one changes a word of my reviews, okay?